YNR's Melissa Ordway reflects on a crazy holiday season and the gratitude it sparked. The holiday season is shaping up to be hectic for the young and the restless star Melissa Ordway. While many people would be stressed, the actress is loving every minute of the chaos. Key takeaways. Ordway's December is filled with work and family commitments. During one recent weekend, Ordway had to make trips back and forth to Los Angeles. The star expressed her gratitude for her busy holiday schedule. Holiday magic. For most people, the holiday season means a time to relax. But for Ordway, it's a busy and sometimes hectic holiday. Last week, the actress had a jam-packed schedule. After flying to LA to film scenes for YNR, Ordway then hopped on a plane back to Tennessee to watch her daughters in a Christmas parade. She got to spend some time with her family before returning to work. While balancing work, family, and other commitments is hard, Ordway is finding the beauty in the chaos. On a recent Instagram story, the star expressed her gratitude for the crazy holiday season. Planes, parades, and a whole lot of gratitude. Airplane Christmas tree, Ordway wrote. Heading back to Nashville to watch my girls in a Christmas parade, then heading right back to LA on Monday to film with my favorite crew. Feeling incredibly thankful for every bit of this season, red heart. Ordway then ended her post by writing, "The season gets crazy and busy fast, but the magic is still there. Feeling it and feeling so grateful." Holidays with the Gastons. Ordway made it to Nashville in time to see her daughters, Olivia and Sophie, in the parade. The girls and their cheer squad were part of not one, but two parades that day. Ordway was a proud mom as she waved to her daughters as they walked down the street. The Christmas parades are just one way Ordway and her family are celebrating the holidays. The actress, her husband Justin Gaston, and their kids got a head start on Christmas decorating back in November. Aside from decorating, the family has been enjoying some of their other favorite holiday pastimes. One of their traditions is to wear matching pajamas and watch their favorite Christmas movies. And there will be plenty more activities for the family as Christmas quickly approaches. Although the upcoming weeks might be more hectic, the actress is soaking up every moment. With so much to be thankful for, it's going to be a magical and beautiful holiday season for Ordway. Next. For most people, the holiday season comes wrapped in equal parts joy and chaos. But for Melissa Ordway, who balances motherhood, marriage, and the daily demands of portraying Abby Newman on The Young and the Restless, this past year's festivities felt like they arrived with a special kind of whirlwind energy. It was the sort of December where the calendar seemed permanently overbooked, the to-do lists grew in length no matter how many items were crossed off, and the days blurred together in a glittery haze of obligations, traditions, and last-minute improvisation. But if you ask Ordway now what she remembers most, it isn't the frantic grocery runs, misplaced ornaments, or spilled hot cocoa on the dog. It's something quieter, deeper, and more resonant. "It was crazy," she laughs in retrospect, but in a way that kind of forced me to stop and take stock of how lucky I am. Somehow, in all the mess, I found more gratitude than ever. What follows is her reflection, part memoir, part lesson, part love letter to the holiday season that tried to swallow her whole and instead offered unexpected clarity. The season that started in fast forward. Holiday preparations in the Ordway Gaston household usually begin the weekend after Thanksgiving. But this year, work schedules collided like bumper cars. Filming at YNR ramped up ahead of holiday break. Her husband, Justin Gaston, booked several gigs that required travel. The kids' school schedules overflowed with recitals, class parties, and volunteer shifts. Suddenly, the holidays didn't feel like a gentle glide toward togetherness. They felt like a sprint. "It was like everything started before I was ready," Melissa recalls. "I blinked, and we were in December, and the house wasn't decorated, gifts weren't bought, and everyone needed something from me." When she finally pulled the dusty ornament boxes out of the garage, it was already mid-December. The kids, thrilled, dove in headfirst, literally. Melissa found her youngest sitting inside one of the boxes, wearing a tangle of tinsel like a boa. "I remember thinking, oh, this is going to be the vibe. Buckle up." The tree went up crooked. The lights wouldn't cooperate. The sugar cookies burned. Twice. "And yet," she says, The kids declared it the most magical decorating day ever. Work, life, and unscripted chaos. Ordway is no stranger to juggling. Filming a major daytime drama means memorizing pages of dialogue each night, adjusting to last-minute rewrites, and remaining emotionally present in scenes no matter how hectic life outside the studio becomes. But the holidays added a new layer. She'd race from a morning at the studio to an afternoon school event, sometimes arriving still wearing traces of Abby Newman's makeup or wig cap indentations she forgot were on her forehead. At one point, she confesses, I realized I had sent my child to school with a packed lunch that consisted entirely of snacks. Like, there was not a single real food item in that bag. It was just crackers, gummies, and a juice pouch. I had nothing left to give. I was on mom autopilot. Yet the kids didn't mind. To them, mom showed up. That was enough. It took Melissa a bit longer to accept that her enough was enough too. Travel plans gone sideways. The Ordways had plans to visit family out of state during the week before Christmas. In theory, it was perfect, tight scheduling, but manageable. In practice, not so much. First, their flight was delayed. Then delayed again. Then canceled. We spent 7 hours at the airport, she says, and by hour 3, the only thing holding us together was the promise of airport soft pretzels. At hour 4, one child melted down over a missing stuffed animal. At hour 5, the adults nearly joined in. When they finally got rebooked, it was for a 6 a.m. flight the next morning. They returned home exhausted, lugging half-open bags and backpacks filled with crushed pretzels. But instead of collapsing into bed, the kids insisted on watching a Christmas movie. We looked at each other like, are we really doing this? But we made popcorn, crawled under blankets, and somehow it ended up being my favorite moment of the whole month. It didn't matter that they didn't make it to the family gathering on time. What mattered was the moment of closeness the chaos had accidentally delivered. The Christmas morning that didn't go as planned. Despite the disorder leading up to Christmas, Melissa had hoped the day itself would be serene, picture-perfect even. But as the theme of the season had already established, perfection was not on the agenda. First, she woke up late after accidentally setting her alarm for p.m. instead of a.m. Then the dog got into the presents, shredding wrapping paper across the living room. One child opened gifts too fast, the other refused to open any until their favorite Christmas song played 3 times in a row.